best podcast in Long Beach, California. This is Tacos and Workouts. What it is. Podcast.
Hola, Holmes. It's me, Little Hater, the best podcast in Long Beach. And today we have a very special guest. We have with us Miss Emilia Perez. Did I say that right?
No, you did not.
Oh,
Emilia
sorry.
Perez?
Yeah.
Perez.
Perez. Sorry. I guess it wrong. I'm not a very smart guy.
Yeah, I guess I'm picking up on that.
So tell us, what do you do?
So I am a clothing designer, and I also do like TikTok social media content.
Okay. So do you design clothings, and you have like a lot of like nice looking Instagrams? What do you do on your TikToks?
On my TikTok, I kind of do like a lot of like clothing modeling. So I get a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes sent to me to do like funny videos and just model the clothes. And
Oh,
then I also just do like fun videos with my friends.
is that something you want to do? You want to do modelings?
I kind of want to do it all. I want to do the clothes. I want to do the modeling. I want to be, the funny comedian in the background or, on the show too.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
But listen, I brought you. I'm not good at dating. Are you good at dating?
Well, I'm single now, so I don't know about that.
Oh man, it's hard to date nowadays.
It's so hard. I feel like it's so different from like 10 years ago. So yeah, it's kind of hard to date, especially in this age right now. This year, 2024 is hard. It's rough.
It's a rough year. So now that we're talking about dating, let's talk about the dating do's and don'ts. What are some of the things that guys do that they shouldn't be doing? That makes them undateable.
Well, first off, they need to value our time. I feel like there's so many men where they'll be like, "Oh, hey, I want to see you," or "Let's meet up this day," and then they'll leave me on red up until like late at night, and then I'm like, you know what? They're not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna take myself out, and by the time I take myself out and they see it, then they try to hit me up. Like, no, value my time. Make a plan ahead of time, and then yeah, maybe I'll see you. Let's see what else. Another dating do and don't. I feel like a lot of men nowadays too, because there's like a lot of OnlyFans, and they just assume nowadays that I'm like an OnlyFans model. So they try to approach me and talk to me as if I'm like a prostitute automatically. Like- so yeah, just be respectful. Like be like, hey, how are you doing? Not, hey, mommy, what's your price?
Damn, just like that.
Yeah, that's happened. That's happened before.
Oh man, do they ever like come up to you? Like, do they do that as a pickup line, or just they're just idiots?
Well, I mean, if that's their pickup line, they're an idiot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like, yeah, just be respectful, be nice, make me laugh. Don't be like, I want to see you what you look like with all those clothes off. Like
yeah.
just be nice, be respectful, and then maybe yeah, will respond back in a good way.
Like now in the dating aspect, right? Like for
Mhm.
me, like like it's more important for me to get like somebody's Instagram than it is to get their number. Well, what do you think about that?
No, I agree with that. Like, I don't want to give people my number, especially now since like our phone numbers are linked to like all of our other accounts. Other if I have like a fake, TikTok or a Finsta, they can figure that out too if they have my number. So yeah, no, I'd rather give out my Instagram because I could easily block them on that.
You could block them.
Yeah.
They could text you. They could call you, and then when you're
Mhm.
done with them, that's it. You're done with them.
Yeah, because I've even had an ex before. He signed me up for a whole bunch of spam calls, like after I broke up with him. So I don't want to give my number out to nobody anymore.
Yeah, that's a lame vato right there. Eh?
Yeah.
It's it that you know what we call that?
What?
We call that a man bitch. It's like you're a man, but you act like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's something that a man bitch would do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many phone calls and texts I got about trying to ship my car like across country because he signed me up for some sort of spam like that.
What a loser.
Yeah. It took like over a year for that to stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So, yeah, no more giving out my phone number. They got to earn it.
oh
They
yeah,
got to
for
earn
sure.
it.
For sure. Yeah, I don't give out my numbers neither,
You got multiple?
Well, yeah. I I have multiple girlfriends too.
Oh, so you got the trap phone.
I gotta swap them out, But to be fair, it's the reason why I have multiple girlfriends is because they
Mhm.
get rid of me.
Oh, so you're gonna have a backup just
I
in
have to
case.
have backups.
Okay, I guess you're thinking smart.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good way to go about
And then
it.
and then like when one gets mad at me, I go with the other one.
Okay,
Like,
I like your game. I see you. I
yeah,
see you.
she's all like, "Hey, you know what? I had enough of you." And then she puts me on ice.
Mhm.
And then by that time, the next one calls me. She got over there. She got mad. Then I go out with her, and then that one gets mad. Then I go out with the other. It's weird because sometimes they like turn off and take
Mhm.
turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see. I
without
see.
them even knowing.
So you got some game. You got
A
multiple.
little bit, a little bit.
How do you get how do you get this many?
You know what? It's like this, dog. It's like I'm a truthful vato. That's why. Like my game is like I don't like play games when it comes to dating.
Mhm.
Like when I see a mija I like, I'm very direct. I'm like, hey, I like you, but I already let them know off the bat. Look, I'm a broke vato. I don't have no money. I'm gonna have to borrow your cars.
Mhm.
But when it comes to the love makings, I'm gonna try to give you the best time as possible,
Okay.
and that usually works. Honesty usually works.
Well, the only thing you lie about is having another girl on the side.
Well, it's not it's not lying if they don't ask.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I see.
So it's not technically lying.
Okay, you got me there. You got me there. I guess you're smart. I gotta take some tips from you then.
Yeah. But now we talked about all the things that vatos like how they don't do good. But what's a dating do? Like one of the good things that a guy would do in order to win your heart.
Well, like when I again, so like I said, if they don't value my time, I'll bring that up to them. And so if they decide to change and make some effort into showing, okay, well, I'm gonna make a plan this time. Do that. Make a plan. So like I had like one guy that actually he flew out to come see me. The whole didn't make a plan, whatever happened. So I didn't see him that whole trip. And he came just to see me on that trip. And then he decided, he's like, okay, I learned from that last time. I flew all the way across country to come see this girl. I didn't make a plan. I didn't see her because, I didn't live up to her standards. So he changed. He fixed himself. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come with a plan. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna see you this day at this time. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm down. Let's go. So, yeah, just value my time.
Value your time.
That's the one thing I've had. I swear, every single guy I've talked to or dated, I've had to teach them that lesson. I had to teach them that lesson. Like one time, with my ex, he could try to be like, I want to see you this day. Didn't say nothing. Nothing. And so I'm like, you know what? You're not going to waste my beautiful Saturday. I live in LA. It's nice, sunny. I'm going to take myself to Six Flags. I never been to Six Flags. I just decided that moment. I'm like, you're not going to waste my time. So I go to Six Flags. I was there for maybe like 10 minutes until he saw I was at Six Flags. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're leaving me on red until you see I'm at Six Flags. And now you want to be like, what are you doing? I wanted to see you.
But he didn't like at this time. I'm gonna pick you up. Don't make no plans. He just waited till the last minute. He made an assumption that when he called you that you were gonna be ready waiting.
Yeah,
for
just
him.
they think I'm twiddling my thumbs. These men just think I'm here at home twiddling my thumbs, waiting for them to call or text. No, 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 no.
You gotta plan ahead. You have to have a schedule, and you
Yeah.
gotta know what you're doing. I like that.
Yeah,
I
and
like
then like from that point on, he decided to hire. So he's like a YouTuber. So he decided to hire a team, so he's not constantly having to edit, and he can have more time to spend with me. I'm like, okay, so you learned. So that's a do. Learn from your mistakes.
Okay,
Yes.
I like that. I like
Mhm.
that. So we're gonna play a video right now. We're gonna talk about the video now that we're getting more into like the dating and stuff like that.
Okay.
And let me know what you think about this video. Let's play the first video.
Toxic thing one of my guy friends said to me this weekend is that instead of doing girl math, he has a version called boy math where he calculates how much money he's invested into taking girls out on dates. He calls it cost per nut. Naturally, this is all tracked within an Excel spreadsheet labeled CPM. And perhaps the most important trend that you need to be seeing within your CPM is going down over time, both you as a person and your overall cost. And once you reach a certain level of cost per nut, you are eliminated from his repertoire because your cost is exceeding the value you bring.
Hey, I think he's a smart businessman.
I agree. I agree. I have my little spreadsheet right there. I get my cost per nut right there. Do women have like a cost per nut like chart as well, where they like like in regards like, hey, this guy is not giving me enough goods or not giving me enough time, therefore I'm not gonna give him none. Do women have something like that?
I mean, maybe kind of, yeah, a
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
A little bit. I mean, I do have like some sort of a chart, but like not like that official, Like I kind of like have a little tally like in my head, like, okay, this guy's up here now, this guy's going up, okay, this guy's in first place, third, like but not that official with the whole chart.
Hey, that guy, like, he went to the extreme, huh? It's like I bought her McDonald's on Tuesday. She didn't give it up by Wednesday. I'm gonna have to knock her down a couple of points on the chart. Yeah.
Mhm. No, I mean, like I said, he's a smart businessman, business mind mentality. So I like it. I like a smart guy. So I don't know.
Cost per nut. I like it. I like it. Yeah, definitely. Hey, girls, you know what? You gotta stay on game. Like, because girls play games and guys play games too.
hmm Yeah, I feel like, yeah. We're always a few steps ahead.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, I gotta give it. When it comes to playing games, you guys are like on the next level. Like, it's like you're hard to figure out.
Well, it's hard to it's easy to predict now, Like I could totally predict a guy's next move or like how they're gonna react. So I'm always like a few steps ahead. So I know how to like, a little bit manipulative, but that's just what us women do. That's our talent.
And you guys are good at it, man. But haven't you noticed that a lot of guys now, like they tend to like act like women?
Yes. Oh my God. They want to be chased. They want to be, wined and dined. No, like that's what a woman's supposed to be. It's like I talk about this all the time. It's in a man's instinct to chase. Because when they chase, they're able to feel like they've won something. And if they don't get that, then they get bored too easily. And then they're just, oh, okay, on to the next one. So no, men need to be like the chaser.
Yeah, so many vatos, they'll be like, open my door, pay for my Uber. What do you
Mhm.
think about that?
I mean, like I could and I would, but you need to earn it. You
Man,
need to earn it.
you know what? I hate it when I see like a mija, right? And she's
hmm
beautiful, right? She's pretty and she's dating a dude. And she goes, oh, I need to order my boyfriend an Uber.
hmm
I'm like, what are you doing? Like your vato, he don't drive and he can't even afford his own Uber.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you're sleeping with this guy? Like,
And he's coming over to your place.
it's beyond crazy, dogs.
Mhm. Like, no, like men, no. I'm not down with the whole, I want to be, or I don't chase, I attract with men. No, that's not for men. That's for us women. No. I see that too much.
You know how you're saying like that your time is valuable, right?
hmm
Women have to like put themselves like on a higher standard, like like they're valuable too, because it's like some of these vatos like the next day, like they'll be like, oh, they don't even want to drive the chick home,
No, no, they don't.
and they're like, that's how you realize that you're devalued. Like, you're good enough for you to sleep over that night, but then the next morning you're not good enough for me to drive you home, so I'm just gonna get you an Uber.
hmm
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I guess now like he's getting knocked down on the, the ranking.
His cost per nut is going
Yeah,
down.
it's going down. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I would not put up with that.
Nah.
No. I mean, maybe the old Amelia would. But Amelia, 2024 Amelia? No. No, not anymore. I've learned.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Let's check out the video number 2.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, like what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into to going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding?
So I kind of agree with her a little bit, but not fully.
What do you agree and what do you not agree on?
So I don't agree with how aggressive she is about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we gotta be. Oh, you need to treat me like this. Don't be. You need to do this. So, but I do agree. I feel like men don't realize how much work we put in just to see you, even if it's for like a few hours
Yeah.
that night. Like. So she said she told him ahead of time. Okay, like he should have known. But it's like the aggressiveness I don't agree with. But yeah, like let's see, makeup over $100. Hair takes over an hour. Clothes, it really depends on what you're wearing, but a lot of my clothes they're expensive. Um, and then the gas. So very recently, I actually went out with a guy, and I was shocked because of just how horrible my ex was. And I didn't even ask for like, pre and post date expenses, but he just did it. And I was so shocked. Like it was the next day, I was with him for the night. The next day comes, he's like, I'm gonna send you some money because I know like your time is valuable and I'm gonna give you some extra money just for gas. I'm like, this guy's giving me gas money. I've never had no man give me gas money to come see him. He's like, no, I know you had to drive. I was like, what? So yeah, like I do appreciate when a man like knows like how much work is put in just to come see him.
You know what? That's why I like to have like these conversations
Mm-hmm.
because like it helps you like put things in perspective. Because before when I watched that video right there, I was thinking $478. That's a lot of money, and I'm like, I just don't see it. But right now, you explained it to me like perfectly. It's $100 for the makeups.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do your hair because you got to do the hair.
Yeah.
You got to wear nice clothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand 478. I was like, where's that money?
I'm not even counting nails.
Oh my god.
Like there's a lot
Okay.
that goes into it.
So now that I watched the video, now that you explained it, I agree with her. I'm like, hey, and you know what? And like what I say, be upfront about it, right?
Mhm.
And tell them what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, that vato should have paid the 478. Dog.
Mm-hmm. Especially if she told him ahead of time.
If she told him up front, look, I'm gonna have some expenses, and you're gonna have, yeah.
And like men, like I hear men, you got to know like your price range. And I hear most of the time if they look at a woman, they can see. But maybe he just didn't know. Maybe he never dated nobody before.
Probably that, but you know what? Like, let's be honest. Like that girl right there, she's probably like dating like down.
Yeah.
She's like not dating like a quality like vato,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
She's dating a vato who like his forms of transportation is a bicycle, and I was like, obviously, if he's riding a bicycle, he's not gonna be able to pay your pre and post date
Mhm.
expenses. Come on,
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of like on both of them. She needs to know her target range, who she needs to aim for. He needs to know his price range. And they need, a lot of communication needs to be happening there. Like better communication.
But you know what? Also, you gotta know like who you're going after, right? Like for
Mhm.
me, it's like do you like fall in love like very easy? Like
I used to, but now I'm trying to slow down. I was oh, for about almost the past 10. Okay, it's been like a year and a half I've been single. But before that, for 10 years, I wasn't. I was in two separate relationships. So like now I'm like, okay, I need to slow down. Like I'm wasting too much time on things that are not working out. Like so yeah.
yeah, swim around a little in the dating pool. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
obviously I wasn't doing, I wasn't in the right mindset. I wasn't thinking straight. I didn't have like my goals set on like who I need to be looking for, what I should, keep an eye out for red flags. But yeah, that's why I'm like relearning now on like what I need to look for.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? One of the things that like my homies, like they come up to me and be like, "Hey, little hater, you got game, dog," and I'll be like, "I know, dog, right?" but sometimes they're like they get confused. I go, "Dog, look, you meet a mija, right?
Mhm.
You met her at the Spearmint Rhino, right? And you want a wife for up, dog." I'm like, "That's not where you meet a wifey, dog."
No.
You know, and you gotta know where you're picking them, and then once you find a mija,
Mhm.
you gotta know what you want to use them for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a chick that I'm gonna invite for the rodeo on the Saturday night that we're having in my bedroom when she puts on the hat? Or is that the chick that I want her to go to church to on Sunday? You gotta know like which one you're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the problem with a lot of these people in relationships, they go to the spearmint riding, they go to the fantasy castle,
Mhm.
right? They pick up on Mija because she has a fat butt,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Hey, but I don't want you to dance for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog, come on."
Yeah, yeah. It just takes a lot. I feel like we need to go through these experiences though to figure out like to figure this out, like what is right for us. And what isn't right for us, even though we may want it.
Yeah, just look. All I'm trying to say is you got to know what you're going. If you're going after
Mhm.
some ass, or you're going after some relationship.
Yeah.
Once you figure out what that person, what slot they're gonna fill in,
Mm-hmm.
then the world becomes a lot easier
Very easy. Yeah,
for sure.
that's true.
All right, why don't we watch the last video right here?
Nah, for real. You think I'm gonna fly you out and not get no pussy? Are you crazy? You can stay right here. I told you that. I'm a creep. I'm a creep.
Give me an Uber, like what am I supposed to do?
Baby, you have to get on a flight. Uber, where? Back to the hotel. We're in Puerto Rico right now. So if you're not gonna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your
We're gonna
flight.
give it up in the airport?
I mean, we could go get a little motel real quick. We could go in a porta potty. We could go somewhere
But you couldn't get an extra day.
in the bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't wanna. You feel me? But now all of a sudden you on your period. Now all of a sudden you on your period. So what you gonna do? Let me know right now.
To get home, for real.
No, seriously, I'm not buying. I bought a one-way trip for both of us. Now you need to find your way back. Or
This is against the law.
this is against the law.
Yeah, this is prostitution.
What? Prostitution? How? How?
Trafficking me.
I'm sex trafficking you? That's what you call that? No.
That's a crazy video.
Yeah, I feel like I need some more context, like how long have they been seeing each other? Is this their first trip? Like, have they never met in person? Like,
Yeah, for sure. This is what I got from. Hey, that's like the really complicated video, but this is what I got from it. He like took her on this vacation,
mhm.
in hopes of him getting some.
Yeah.
He figured out in his mind, if I take her to Puerto Rico
Mhm.
and the vacation, she's gonna have to give it up at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. I mean, he's put in the effort. But I mean, you can't expect it. I mean, especially if there's that much pressure.
Yeah.
So, I can't pick sides on this one. I feel like they're both in the wrong.
Oh, really?
I mean, like, she's accepting this trip, like, obviously she knows what's going on, they didn't just randomly meet that day, like, oh, let's go on a trip. So she probably has been talking to him too. So I don't know. That's a messy one.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think like she shouldn't have accepted the trip, like knowing that she possibly didn't want to put out, but she wanted to take advantage of the trip? You think maybe that's what happened?
Yeah, I don't think she should have went. I mean, obviously she knows like they're gonna be sharing a hotel room. Like, so what does that mean? You sleep in the same bed, or does she knows what was going on?
It's implied, right?
It's implied. Yeah. Like, I have a lot of guys that, oh, let me fly to Vegas with me. No, I know what that means.
Yeah.
So no. It's kind of, yeah. And there was a one-way ticket. So
Yeah. That dude, he knew in advance. He said, if she doesn't put out, I'm not gonna buy her ticket.
yeah. So she knew. So she was just trying to take advantage of the situation. And no, I'm not down with that either. Mm-mm.
Hey, props to the guy for like not wanting to like let the opportunity go, right?
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, well, it's not over. We could go behind the dumpster.
He gave her the option. She had a choice.
we could do it in the taxi cab.
Mhm.
We could,
Anywhere.
We could do it in the McDonald's restroom.
Anywhere. He was down. She could have enjoyed the rest of her trip.
Yeah,
So
he surprised me when he came up with that. I'm like, damn, dog, this guy's relentless.
yeah.
And I said, props to that guy, for being like that. But then the chick, like, she pulled something out of the hat, and I was like applauding. I was like, oh my God. She says, that's prostitution. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. And then she says, that's sex trafficking. And I was like, hey, that's right too.
Yeah, that's what.
That's right. I'm like, she's like putting some words out there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's some Diddy shit right there.
Yeah, that is. Where's the baby oil?
Hey, I was watching the whole Diddy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing I didn't get. They say they caught him with 1,000 bottles of baby oils.
I can't believe that.
And I'm like, why do you need so much baby oils? And how much sex are you having, dog?
I know. I feel like nobody goes through that much baby oil. Like they sell it in like bottles like this size.
They're huge, yeah.
Did you see how big those bottles were?
Yeah, they were massive.
They were like Costco
Yeah.
size. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, how much are you using and where you putting them? And I'm like, I don't know. The only way I think that he could use that much baby oil
Mhm.
is if he's like putting it in a bathtubs or something. Like
yeah. I don't know. I don't understand crazy. So
yeah, that's beyond. I'm like, oh man, that's too crazy. That's too crazy.
mm-mm.
Yeah,
No, never 1,000. That's just wild. That's too wild.
that's beyond. And everybody's getting caught up now. You know, like in the 90s or like in the 2000s, everybody's like, I've been to Diddy parties, right? And
Mhm.
everyone would brag about it, right? And now everybody's like trying to say like, no,
They're scared. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot coming out, so I'm watching all that just to make sure. But no, no. 1,000 bottles.
1,000 bottles.
1,000 Costco bottles of baby oil.
Yeah, I don't know how much or what you're doing with that. That's a lot of baby oils. Yeah,
I still have like a bottle of baby oil that I've had for years.
yeah, years. I still have a bottle of baby oil when I was a baby.
Mm-hmm. You only need a little bit.
Oh
Mm-mm.
man.
No.
Talking about parties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to like a crazy party where something like, like happened that maybe like, you regretted like doing in a party? Maybe like you slipped at the party. Maybe you spilled some drinks on you or something like that. That you want to share with us?
No, not really. I'm still pretty new, especially here in LA. So I'm waiting for that moment to happen. And I'm not waiting for that moment, but I feel like it's probably gonna happen. But no, I always try to be very like mindful and like make sure I'm not getting into crazy stuff that I could like come up later. But any crazy no, nothing like that.
Oh, thank God.
No.
Because I got some stories.
No. Okay, I wanna know. I wanna hear.
Oh my God. So check this out. One time me and my friends, right? We went to La Mirage
Mhm.
right here in Artesia,
Okay.
right? And it was like a costume parties, right?
Mhm.
So I dressed up in a really nice costumes, right? And we're all dancing, we're having a good time, I'm getting all drunk, right?
Mhm.
There's like the hottest chick at the club like walks in and everybody looks at her. And I said, oh, I want her,
Mhm.
right? And by the end of the night, you know what? I just know I got really drunk and I ended up home.
Oh.
The next day. The next day, right?
Mhm.
I called my friends, I go, hey, what happened? And said, well, first of all, you were being a jerk.
Little hater.
I'm like, yeah, that tends to happen. Yeah, I get it. That's me. It sounds like me.
Mhm.
Because, I wake up and I go like, I feel like an asshole, dog. That never happens to you when you go like you wake up the next day after partying and you feel like an
Okay,
asshole?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that happens to me a lot. And, like I feel like an asshole, but I don't know why. I know I did something, but and I go, I know I'm an
Mhm.
ass. So then I go to detective mode. I start calling people. Hey, what did
What
I
happened?
do? So this was before cell phones, where we used to carry cameras, because I used to carry a camera on me all the time, right?
Okay.
So my friend told me, well, you were being a jerk, right? You got really drunk. You were
Mhm.
being obnoxious, right? And he goes, and you fucked up your opportunity sleeping with the hot chick. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you were dancing with her, you were talking with her. She wanted you to take her home, but you
Mhm.
fucked it up. And I was like the hottest chick at the club? And they're like, yeah. And I was surprised that I was able to pull it,
Yeah.
right? And I didn't believe them. And they go, oh, we got pictures. And I was like, oh shit.
Receipts.
Yeah, and I was like dancing with her, and we were getting all hot and steamy, but
Mhm.
somehow I did something and I fucked it up.
You don't know what you did?
Oh, come on.
There's no receipt to that. That's what the receipts I want to see.
She probably said something, and I don't know. I did something stupid, man. But I used to have this move I used to do. Like when I used to like dance with the girls,
hmm
I used to pick them up,
Oh, okay.
and that would
Girls love that.
I know.
It makes them feel so light,
Yeah. I used to pick them up, and then that was it. That was the panty dropper for me. It's like I felt that like I would pick them up, and I would feel the panties drop. After that one, it was like signed, sealed, delivered. Like I'm taking you
Mhm.
home, and that was my move. But that night, I don't know, and I just woke up the next day. I
Maybe you
fell
couldn't
off.
pick her up.
No, I picked her
Oh,
up. I
okay.
picked her up with no problem. Yeah, yeah. But you know what? One time, like I had like a line of chicks wanting me to pick them up at the club, and I was like,
Next.
yeah, and I was like I got you, I got you. And then suddenly there was like this girl that she was kind of on the big side, and she came running to me like Pretty Woman. I'm like, no. She fell on top of me, dog. She hurt my backs. I was like, I'm like, I have to put a sign like, no heavy chicks, man.
Weight limit.
Weight limit, yeah. And then she dropped all her weight too, and I was like, oh, it was a horrible thing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, what kind of vatos do you like? Do you like athletic vatos, skinny vatos, fat vatos like me?
Oh, I feel like it's all over the place. Let's see. First, like I was always dating like white kind of skinny dudes. And then from there I went to like very muscular, like I dated a Persian Jewish guy for like 6 years. So he was very muscular, nice body. And like now I'm feeling like a lot of the muscular dudes, they're kind of like assholes, They're all like macho and like all like this, a lot on roids. So no, like I'm kind of going kind of in between now. You have a nice slim build, a little bit of muscle, and now I'm finally starting to like get into like Hispanic dudes because I never like wanted to date a Hispanic dude just because of my dad. I love my dad. I love my dad, but he's taught me. He's like, you can't trust nobody because you can't even trust me.
He's like, I don't even trust myself.
Yeah, he's like, I had 3 girlfriends all the time. I'm like, okay, thank you for telling me this. So yeah, no, I'm 28 years old now, so now I'm trying to like get into the Hispanic, because they have like the same background, same culture. Like I said, I dated a Jewish guy for 3 years. I said 6 years before. For 3 years, just for him to break up with me out of nowhere. That's a whole nother story. But no, I'm not dating somebody in another culture. Not no more.
Yeah.
Especially different religion where even if I would have converted, he's like, no, it's not good enough.
You have to definitely like vibe with someone that you hold like the same kind of things. Like, okay, so one time I was dating a churchy girl.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake.
I could tell. How did that go?
It didn't end well.
How long did that last?
Like about 4 months.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of
So, but to me, it was like complicated. It's like, how are you like, like all churchy, but then you're doing all these bad things with me? Like it don't make
Yeah.
sense. It don't make
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-mm.
Because like me, I do a lot of bad things.
Mhm.
I drink, I smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I grew up in the church, but no. That's why I don't date people like that either, because I feel like I do too many bad things too, to where like it's hard for me to want to go to church on Sunday and be like, yes, like thank you Jesus, like.
Yeah, she would get mad at me, right?
Mhm.
And she would tell me, Jesus watches everything you do,
Mhm.
all the bad things you do. And I go, well, you know what? You go to church a lot. He watches all the time, so he watches us have sex. You know
Yeah.
that, right? So he's watching you do things that you're not supposed to be doing either, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I don't like to think about that.
And I started thinking to myself, is Jesus a perverse, dog?
Yeah.
Is he a perverse? Or is he Santa Claus? Or is it the same guy? Because they both watch, they're keeping a
They're
list.
always
and
watching.
I'm
Always
like,
watching.
they must be related or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
But as far as like the athletic build, like it doesn't matter. Like you want like a regular vato, like a heavy vato. I don't think
Like I said, I want somebody that could pick me up. So when you said that, yeah, be able to pick me up throw me around, like, yeah, like somebody that also I could not date somebody that's smaller than me.
That's smaller
I
than you.
don't
Like
want
like shorter than you?
shorter or like thinner. You know what I mean?
Oh, so
Like I want to feel
yeah,
tiny.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I want to feel small.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
somebody that's at least bigger than me.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they just have to be funny,
Yeah.
mate. Basically.
Check. No, if I could just convince her to like fat guys. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I totally get it. Like for me, it's the opposite.
Mhm.
I want to like date a girl that's too heavy.
I thought you said you couldn't.
No, I can't.
Oh, you just can't lift them.
No, I tried like dating girls that were like kind of like heavies, but it just didn't work out.
Why? What happened?
Well, it's like they first of all they eat too much.
Oh, you can't afford it. You can't afford the bills. Too many Postmates.
Yeah, and then you can't do fun stuff. Like you go to Disneyland, you can't
Mhm.
get on the rides,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, that is true.
You get into your car that automatically becomes a lowrider. You know, it's
That could be a flex.
No, I'm attracted to like slender build like
Mhm.
ladies and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, all women are beautiful,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But it's like for me, I prefer them. Did you see that girl on the TikTok of that one video that's going viral?
What girl?
She's like very pretty, right? And it's just her
Mhm.
face, and she goes, somebody asked me if I'm Latina, and she goes, yeah, I'm Latina, and then she steps away, and she's like a really like heavy lady,
No, I haven't seen
and
that.
she's wearing a black dress.
Uh-uh.
Oh man, well, she is like super pretty, like
Mhm.
one of the most prettiest face like I have ever. It's going viral. You'll probably see it
Okay.
within the next couple days pop up on your feed.
Mhm.
But she was like really heavy.
Oh.
And I was like thinking she's super pretty. Like I
Mhm.
would like to date her because how pretty she is.
Mhm.
But she was like too big for me. Like I can't.
So what's like the max?
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't date big chicks.
Okay.
There's a reason. I'm not just a jerk.
So there's
you know.
trauma.
No, yeah,
There's
definitely,
trauma.
definitely.
I want to hear it.
So definitely. So check this out. One time I said, you know what? You gotta give everybody a chance because I'm the kind of vato
Yeah.
that likes to give opportunities to people, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So this girl, she was a lot bigger than I was. So I said, I'm gonna give her a chance.
Mhm.
So we started making the loves,
Mhm.
She got on top of me, dog. Oh, that was crazy, dog. She was suffocating me, dog. I was like, you're too heavy, dog. Get off me, dog. She didn't want to get off.
Oh no.
Oh, no, dog. So we're going at it, right?
Uh-huh.
The rodeo with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
And she's going at it. And then I'm like, hurry up, because I'm just suffocating me, dog. Halfway through, she gets a fucking cramp, dog.
Oh.
And she goes, I got a cramp. So I can't get off now, right? And I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Mhm.
She falls on top of me. She starts suffocating me even more. I can't breathe no more. So I was like, so I grabbed onto something and I bit into something really hard. And then she was able to get off.
Mhm.
That was like my first and my last time. And ever since then, I said, I can't date him that big.
Ooh.
That was there's a reason why I can't date like
Well, that makes sense. At least you have a backstory. You have a reason. Like, that's better than just being like, no, never, without ever trying.
I gave him an opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
I gave him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but some girls say they like to sleep. They like to sleep with fat dudes.
Why?
Why they say because like the reasons like
Mhm.
they like to feel protected or whatever,
Mhm.
but they feel like they're more like caring and nurturing also. They
I
have
could see
something to
that.
hold on to.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, yeah, I can relate because like this is off topic, but yeah, like like pet cats, more to love when they're bigger. So like it makes sense, Like I love me a fat cat. Why not a fat dude? So yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll have to give it a try.
I mean, if you're into it, if you're into,
Like you said, you gotta give him a fair chance,
yeah,
right?
hold on, you probably date one and he's like the
Mhm.
best dude ever.
Yeah,
you know?
just it'll be a science experiment. It's for science.
It's exactly for scientific purposes.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it.
And then I'll put it on my chart.
Put it on your continent chart. Yeah.
My cost per nut.
That's right. Your cost per nut.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, man. But that guy on the video right there, like, he should have never taken her to the trip, right?
No. Well, I mean, she shouldn't have went.
She shouldn't have went.
She shouldn't have went. That's what I think. I mean, it's nice to offer a trip, but if she wasn't gonna put out, then she shouldn't have went.
All right, so check this out. If I could give that guy a little bit of advice,
Hmm.
like, dog, you have to close the deal before you take him on a trip.
Yeah.
You close the deal, and if it's good, then you take him on the trip.
Hmm.
Women, don't be accepting trips if you have no intentions of fulfilling, that portion of the date.
Yeah. Especially if you're gonna be sharing a hotel bed,
Exactly.
hotel room. Like, what do you expect? There's no privacy there, besides you and that other person.
And not only that, it's like you probably didn't even have that much fun in the trips.
Yeah, like why would you go on a trip with somebody that you don't really like? It's just you and that person. No,
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
I don't go on dates with people I don't like. Why do some women do that? They go on dates with dudes they don't like.
I don't know. I think they're just using them. That's why. That's why I'm always like, no, instantly no. Like, I just like no, we're not gonna get along. Nope, I'm not gonna use you either. Sorry. But some men want that. They're like, no, use me. No, no, thank you. Mm-mm. Because I don't know. I feel like some men just want to feel like they're wanted and just have somebody there. But no, I would never do that. I just can't. It's not built in me. I'm built different.
Yeah, for sure. So look, we're talking about all that dating stuff, and I don't want us to forget about the whole reason why we brought you on the show.
Mhm.
We're talking about your clothing, your designing.
Mhm.
Where do you want to take that? Where do you want to go with that?
Well, I love designing like couture, costume, like crazy outfits, like a lot of detail, a lot of bling. So I want to like dress like celebrities and like artists. That'd be my dream. Like be like backstage, like help design like, a concert outfit. So I would love to do that. That's like my dream. And then also just like showcasing it online.
And what does one have to do in order to get to that level where like you're designing like for big like celebrities and stuff?
Just a lot of networking. I feel like I have the skill to be able to make the clothes. So now just working on like networking and just getting my name out there. So people are like, hey, like she can do this. I want you to make my next outfit. Or like me just offering to other people that I know after meeting them, like, hey, here's some free clothes. Just go wear it, whatever. And I just want content. So yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, I think you hit it like right on the nail on the head. Like, here's some free clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get like the right person to wear your clothing and they get seen in the right light,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that could help.
Yeah.
Because Vera Wang didn't make her first like wedding dress until she was like 40. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then it picked up or something, and then she
Mhm.
started making all this. So her career like started like way later in life.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a lot of like older vatos that started they're like the guy like from KFC. He was like 65
Oh, I didn't know that either.
when he made his chicken. Yeah.
Well, he did something good. I love that chicken. It always gives me some chorro, but I still eat it.
For me, it's Popeyes. For me,
Oh, really?
Yeah, Popeyes.
It's both. It's for me, it's both.
It's the oils. Yeah, it's the oils.
But I still go get it. I just gotta mentally prepare.
I'm gonna be sitting in the camp for
Yeah.
a bit. I'm gonna be scrolling.
Do I have anything to do today? Nope. Okay.
KFC it is. Oh man, yeah. So designing, yeah. You know what? Giving your clothing to the right people. That's a
Mhm.
good. Especially if they wear it, especially if they promote it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, just working towards that because I'm still very brand new, fresh. I've only been designing for maybe like a couple years now. I've only been in LA for like 4-ish years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I was in a horrible relationship for like the past almost 3. So,
All right. Why don't we do this? I don't think we've done this segment. It's time to burn in X.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Don't give out the name.
Okay.
but say like I got an ex, and
Mhm.
this is what you didn't like about him.
Oh, there's a long list. Let's see. Publicly humiliated me, wasted my time. There's actually a viral video of my ex and I at a comedy show of him disrespecting me. So we went to the. Okay, here I'll take a little bit back. So my ex went to like a trip to Europe, and he came back and he was all sad and depressed. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? He's like, nothing. I'm just there's just everything's horrible. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, oh, let me buy some comedy show tickets and we'll go make you laugh and happy. So I get these tickets. I'm like, okay, we're going to a comedy show. He's like, okay. We go. We get sat in the front row. There's the comedian. He's like, oh, so how long have you guys been dating? And he's like, a year. And then he's like, oh, so do you love her? And he's like, like basically the most like longest pause. He's like, I don't know, like, oh my gosh, I'm blanking right now. What is it called? He basically embarrasses my ex, being like, oh, you don't love her, because he's like, oh, I need another drink in order to answer this. Oh, some days I do. The whole the whole video went viral. It was like chocolate sundaes. So it's like a whole bunch of like African Americans like, what the heck is this dude? They're all like getting up, yelling, screaming. Like to the point where my ex got like too like embarrassed. He just got up and left.
Oh my God.
So he's just like, I'm there laughing. I'm like, I know it's a comedy show, but he took it too seriously. But there's that publicly embarrassing me. All he had to do is be like, yeah, yeah, why not? And then we could talk about it in the car.
Yeah.
But that, what else? Wasting my time, saying, oh yeah, I'm Jewish, but yeah, we can make it work. You could probably, I was always like gonna I almost converted to be Jewish.
Oh my God.
But no, like his family just used me. It's like a whole mess. Here's another one. For my birthday, he's like, I'm getting a dog on your birthday. It's not your dog, but I'm getting it on your birthday. I ended up taking care of it. It was just, I could go on, but I don't know if I should.
Hey,
Kind of embarrassing with how much I put up with.
hey, that's why I don't blame you for being singles now. You have to put up with all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's so much stuff.
a lot of trauma. Like he always thought he was just hot shit because he was like some YouTuber. Like, I need to bow down to the king, take care of the king. But
Yeah, a lot of people like they think because they're like on YouTube or like they're on Instagram,
mhm.
or they do comedy or whatever, they automatically think like they're hot shit for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, he made money, but like inside he was ugly.
Yeah.
Like you can have all this luxury house, the cars, the dog, the whatever, but if you're just not nice on the inside, it doesn't mean anything.
Do you think money corrupts people?
I think it can, but not all people. I feel like with him, he grew up with money. Like his family always had money. So he kind of was, I don't want to say spoiled, but they grew up in Beverly Hills. So he kind of had a different relationship with money than I had. Like growing up, I was struggling. Like we didn't always know what we were going to eat some days, but my mom made it work somehow. Or like sometimes we would have the same meal for like a whole week. Um, there was a point where we even didn't have a house because there was like a whole thing that happened. Like that was a whole nother thing. We had a mercury spill in our house. So we didn't have a house for like a good time, moving like from a hotel to hotel. So I feel like I know how to survive. With him, it's like they always had money to like take care of themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it really depends, like your relationship with money on how it affects you.
Yeah, for sure. I think like money just like shows who you really are.
Yeah.
Like I grew up with this, like with this poor family in the barrio.
Mhm.
They were like my neighbors.
Mhm.
They didn't have no monies, right? They were ghetto, dog.
Yeah.
Like super fucking ghetto, dog, right? And then the mom married some like rich vato,
Mhm.
and then they had money, right?
Mhm.
And then as soon as they had money, they became something else.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you guys were always like this. It's just that back in the day when you used to live in the hood, like you couldn't act like this because you didn't got it like that.
Hmm.
But now you got it like that. But it's not even you. It's because of the vato, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it definitely corrupts people. Um, where do you want to go? Like, how high do you want to go with your level of success with your fashion and your modelings? Like, what do you aim for? Like, do you want to be like at the 1%? Do you want to be like America's next top model? Do you want to be the next like top designer? Like, what are you aiming for?
Well, I don't put any limitations on myself. I'm open to all opportunities. So yes, I'm aiming for that 1% because I always got to keep my goals high.
For sure.
I always got to keep having something to fight for. So I have no limitations at all. Like I just want to be the best at whatever I decide to put my mind to. Because like I do designing, but I also love just doing social media content and
Yeah.
recording videos. So I just want to keep growing just to be the best that I can. Because it always just I need that drive. But yeah, so I want to do YouTube. Like I'm starting up my YouTube and like Instagram. So it's I just want to be the best. I'm just gonna keep pushing. Yeah.
I seen your content and I was like, I liked it, you know.
Yeah.
And me, I'm a hater, so like for me to like something is like, come on, dog. It's like
Thank you.
I automatically be like, nah, I don't like this, I don't like that. But I was looking at your content, like, oh, she's making me laugh.
You
Like,
like my you like my feet videos?
well, not your feet.
No, I do a lot of shoe videos, so
No, but you wear some nice outfits, right? You did one where you were driving and,
Mhm.
and the camera was moving, and that one was funny. Yeah, I see you. It's got a lot of potential. The whole modeling aspect, right?
Mhm.
Like, have you been approached to do modeling? Because you're very pretty. You're very pretty
Thank
girls.
you. Well, not like approach. I do get sent like a lot of clothes from the brand Dolls Kill to like model their clothes. Like this is from them. Like almost every other day they're sending me packages, but it's a lot of UGC. I did do like
What's that UGC?
user generated content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like official like their model, but I did last weekend actually go to like a model call that they had. So yes, I'm hoping to hear back for that to be like my first modeling gig.
Is that the one where you were wearing the red dress?
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
I was wearing like bows, a bow top, a whole bunch of bows on it.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
was like, I see you out there, and I'm like, man, this girl, she's got it going on.
Yeah, I have all the outfits. I just need the places to go, you know?
But you know what I think helps you out, like that makes you look even more pretty, is that you have a nice personality.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like a lot of like the like I see like women out there that are like semi like pretties, but then they
Mhm.
have like a jacked up attitude.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, nah, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, I feel like especially moving out here to LA, people automatically can tell, "Oh, she's not from here. She's not from here." Because I'm always like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Amelia." And they're like, "Wait, what?" Like like, I'm just being hot. Like, "Hey, I wanna make some friends. What's up?" Like, and
Yeah.
like, "Oh, who is this girl?" Like but, yeah, a lot of people are different out here. I see that. But, yeah, no, I like to be friendly. I like to make new friends, like, especially I have no friends or when I moved out here, I had no family, no friends, no nothing. I just moved here by myself. So, no, like, I wanna make connections, I wanna meet people, like, that's why I was so glad that you invited me onto this podcast. I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do a podcast." Like, yeah, I'm not turning down nothing.
Hey, are you glad that like you came here and it's like no funny business, it's a straight podcast? Like like a lot of people invite like girls and then they show up and it's some creepy guy like filming them and they're like, oh, this is on audition or something like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm glad it's not a casting couch, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I'm kinda I mean,
You're like, what is this short, fat mustache man gonna have me do?
I know it's like, what kind of questions are you talking about? Like, I mean, I'm down, but like, I just want to know, like, what am I getting into? But
Hey, do a lot of people like approach you trying to do like stuff like that, like OF modeling and stuff like that?
I've
Like,
actually had somebody send me like some emails before to like do like content like that, like offering like $10,000. I'm like, that's a lot of money, but no, I can't. Like, I'm not. No, I feel like I know I can make money without having to do that.
yeah, for sure.
Even if I have to work harder, because I've always had to work hard since I was young.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just gonna give up and do because I know that would be easy for me.
Yeah,
That'd be way too easy.
yeah,
I like a challenge.
yeah, for sure. You know what? And I agree 100%. You know, like for me, you know, like you know what? I was gonna do porn like when I was younger. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't, and I never did it. You know, I know, I would have been like the top like porn star ever.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Mm-hmm.
said, I want to be respected. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I even have friends that do it, and I totally respect them too. But it's just for me in my own life path, like it's just not for me. But yeah, I mean, the girls that do and make bank, I'm always there. I have so many friends that do it, so I always cheering them on, like, "Girl, you working it?" But I just couldn't. I couldn't.
No, but it's short. It's short lived.
Yeah.
It's short lived. Like you might get like like good money like for a couple years, but eventually,
Mhm.
what? Once you want to like again settle down or
Yeah.
whatever it is you want to do, people are gonna look at you at a different like negative light,
Mhm.
and that's why I like you because like you're a like solid person. You got your head on straight. You're doing good things. It seems like you're gonna, and you know what? I think you're gonna make it, dog.
Yeah. I think so too. Thank you.
What are your next steps? What projects are you working on? If you could say, if you're working
um
on anything.
Well, I'm trying to do more video collabs. So like tomorrow I'm gonna go do a video collab. It's just crazy. This past week, I've been getting offer after offer, like modeling, video, just so much out of nowhere. So it definitely feels like something's happening.
Oh, I see it.
Something's happening. Like I got laid off 2 weeks ago, and then just out of nowhere, offer, 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 offer. I'm like, okay, I think this is the direction I need to go into. Like more content creation and just involving my fashion into it as well. So I'm really excited for what's coming.
No, for sure. I see it. I
Mhm.
see it happening. So like when I see someone, like I see like a star, like an aura, like behind
Mhm.
them, and I'm like, oh, that person's gonna be somebody. And I see it with you. So I'm like,
Thank
oh,
you.
okay. I'm like, I have to have her on my podcast, because she's going places.
I thought you were supposed to be a little hater.
Well, like I am a hater. I am a haters.
A little bit of lover too. Thank
A
you.
little bit, a little bit. Listen, it's getting late, so we gotta go. But before we go, why don't we tell them where to find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Emilia Estella, and then on TikTok at Emilia Estella, and YouTube at Emilia Estella. It's all Emilia Estella everywhere. You're gonna see that name everywhere. So,
That's right. You're gonna see it everywhere. You're gonna see that pretty little face in a billboard someday.
yes,
Yeah,
you will.
I definitely see you doing a fragrance line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see that. It's it's
Yeah.
it's it's like I see a commercial. You're walking around, you
Mhm.
spray yourself with a nice little sundress
Mhm.
with your little bag, and then you kick your little heel up, and I buy that perfumes.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
I want to smell like Emilia.
Amelia.
Emilia.
Such a beautiful Amelia.
Mhm.
I love
Thank you. Yeah. Give me ideas, okay?
it.
I might steal that one.
Well, keep on coming back to the show.
Yeah,
We could
I'm always down.
yeah.
That'd be fun. We could do another. We can do a game or something next time.
Yeah. We could do a drinking game.
Yeah, I'm down. As long as you got the tequila, I'm down.
Well, we're gonna have to set that up.
Mhm.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this episode with the very lovely Emilia. Hey, do me a huge favor. If you haven't subscribed to the show, do me a favor, Doc. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to give us a like and share that content. Until then, we'll catch you guys a rato.